Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we are talking about shorts under investigation, how shorts need help, no more locates, and many more in this video. So firstly, you can take a look at this. Good news, everyone. The appeal for the wrapped AMC transaction has been acknowledged and granted a new FOIA number, meaning the investigation is back under review. As I said before, I won't stop until I get answers for the community. I'll be uploading the email later today. So this is from Brad M, and obviously you understand what he's working for here. And so like we've always understood, there's been a lot of obstacles during our whole journey from the start of AMC to now. We've seen plenty of obviously restrictions, limitations, and overall just the institutions are working with the regulations and the retail investors have been stuck on their own. We have obviously pulled out all of these data. We've tried to fight for ourselves. And ultimately, this is why I've said this community is extremely strong. Now, obviously, Brad M has done this and you can see, thank you for your hard work, etc., etc. You know, we have all understood exactly what is going on, and this is the investigations that we need, because these are the answers that we need to really understand, you know, what these institutions have done, and to really understand the kind of the difficulties and to have a clearer understanding. You can even see here, so what we have recently is the stopping of the CAT system. You can see today we put the CAT on a diet. It will no longer be able to hoover up American personally identifiable information. And what this is a ridiculous thing to happen, because the whole point of the CAT system was to bring transparency to the market. And in return of that, it was obviously meant to bring equalness for the retail investors as well. And we've already seen how the CAT system obviously found out about all these shorts that they have done. It was already bringing the transparency, and because of that, they've actually had to stop it. You can see delaying institutional short reporting and putting the CAT system on a diet can't stop the inevitable. They know naked shorting is a systematic risk and scrambling to find a way out. And so this is obviously paired up with, so on the 14th of February, so whenever you're watching, and if it's today, it should be the 14th of February, it was that they were supposed to report any filings that if they were to short a stock for more than $10 million, they need to report their positions. But now they've actually delayed that by over a year. And so they delayed the reporting of short positions. They've stopped the CAT system. And so you can obviously understand that there's something going on right now. Shorts obviously need help because they need the regulations to stop this. And this is what we talked about with how regulations haven't been on our side, and is why we need individuals to obviously fight for the truth. But it also lets us understand, like we talked about, shorts need help. If they don't need help, if they're doing fine, if they're making millions of dollars, billions of dollars in terms of profit, they wouldn't be needing things that doesn't, exactly expose them, like we talked about with the CAT system, like with the short reporting. And they're trying to hide this because they're trying to find ways that they are obviously trying to get out of this situation. They're trying to get rid of this situation. But obviously, it's not going to work out well for them. Whilst they can delay it, and again, they have been delaying it, clearly it's not working. They delayed it from 2021 to 2022. Everyone thought it would be the end of that at the end of 2022. But again, it went to 2023. And everyone thought it would be the end of 2023. But then it carried on to 2024. And so, yes, they can delay this. Yes, they can try and kick this can down the road. They can try and find ways to hide it. But the situation is still there. And if anything, it's only getting worse. And so we know that they can't stop the inevitable. You can also see this. What we have seen in the past is that DOJ has investigated short sellers for potential trading abuse, including spoofing and scalping. And now this is an article back in 2022. But you can obviously see how they haven't done anything actual to help us, because going into 2025, they've stopped the reporting of short positions. And, when we take a look in terms of another region, so South Korea, you can see how JP Morgan, UBS, Nomura face Korea short selling fines. And so this is something that can easily be found. And we've seen it in South Korea. They've took a massive stance towards short selling. Now, obviously, they're still trying to find the best methods. They're still trying to find the best way to tackle this. But this serves as an indication of truly how easy it is for the institutions, for the regulations to really understand, who's doing the bad things, who's short selling, who's naked short selling, and who's over leveraging short selling. Because it is easily be identifiable by, the regulations, and they've done this in South Korea. And the whole scale of things is obviously hundreds of times bigger in the US. Yet they fail to do so. Yet they fail to obviously bring fairness into the market. They let these institutions get away with it. And that's honestly what's ridiculous and is why we've talked about it. And you can also take another thing. So Reuters was paid millions of dollars by the US government for large-scale social deception. And so you can see, imagine all the payments made by banks, listed firms, and hedge funds to disseminate fake narratives and news that they can write for a profit, and once they sell, the bag holders figure they were played. So this is what they've always been doing, and is why we've said these fake news on AMC, whenever you see all of these, FUD, whenever you see all these news that are telling you to stay away from AMC, that are telling you to sell your AMC shares, it's just a clear indication that shorts are trapped, that shorts want you to sell. Because they've obviously been doing this for a very, very long time. And they will obviously continue to do so for their own benefits. But obviously we know exactly, especially the apes in this community, we know exactly what is happening. We know what they've been up to, we know their tactics, and we know obviously how to fight against it. And like we've always talked about, it costs them everything to hold on to their shorts. It costs them money to create new leverage positions. It costs them money to finance the short positions. But for us, it's completely free to hold. And you can see that they're struggling to locate right now. But who is Robinhood using for the derivatives now that FTX isn't a thing anymore? So in the past, we've seen how Robinhood obviously used FTX to locate, because FTX offered over 400 million tokens of AMC that was supposedly backed one-to-one, when we knew that obviously wasn't the case. And now that Robinhood and again FTX isn't a thing anymore, who is Robinhood using to locate? But more to this is understanding the fact that there will always be methods, because when you take a look at this, you can see the swaps. When you can't go up and you can't go down, go sideways. And we're seeing these swaps going all the way in the tenths of decimal places. And so they will always find methods. But the thing is with this is that they are still struggling. The very fact they have to create new methods means that they're struggling, because if they're okay with their previous method, if they are already having an abundance of locates, they wouldn't be trying to find new methods. So the very fact that they're doing this lets us understand that these shorts are struggling. And you can see with what we've been talking about this whole video is the fact that we now have them under investigation. We now know that they are in need of help because they need things to stop. We know that they don't have any locates. So you can clearly understand that the retail, that the apes are of course winning. Now, talk about winning, let's take a look at this. Content officer looks at A just scored partnerships. So what we can see here is that AMC Entertainment is to take up a new chief content officer. Now, who she is in charge is that it oversees AMC's US film programming, content acquisition, and movie strategy initiatives, along with AMC studio and creative community relationships. And so she will be report directly to AMC chairman and CEO Adam Aron. Now, obviously what we know is that AMC film distribution, and we've seen in the past how well they've operated, we've seen how well they've done. And again, going to the future, just when you take a look, and even if we don't include AMC film distribution as a whole here, is understanding the fact that AMC obviously have been trying to firstly increase their revenue streams by expanding, by broadening their whole market structures, market operations. And so this is obviously one way of what they're doing. And so this is like what we've talked about in terms of understanding how AMC is growing, how AMC is going to go better, and why I definitely think AMC is one of the best investments this year. We'll take another look at this. So breaking Geo Capital Management adds 380,000 shares of GME, bring their total position size to $208 million. They're the fifth largest institutional holding of GameStop. And so I think this gives us a lot of understanding here. This year, along with BlackRock adding a extra 2.5 million shares of GME, have shown how institutions are buying into AMC, buying into GME. And that gives us the biggest signal of what's to come for AMC and GME this year. Like I said, we've seen many reasons to understand why AMC and GME will explode this year, and I'm extremely excited for it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.